I don't even like to use the word moderate because it's not necessarily a moderate voter that I'm talking about. A moderate voter is somebody who's and I don't believe there's actually as many moderates out there as people will push. This is just a personal theory on this. Let me know in the comments what you guys think on this belief. But when I discuss the idea of moderates, I believe that to be somebody who has done their research, knows a good amount about the political system, each side, what they stand for, what the general issues are, and they find themselves in more of a center than any of the other ones. When it comes to abortion, maybe they're thinking like I wouldn't personally get one, but I think other people should be allowed to. When it comes to like the trans stuff, I wouldn't personally, but other people should be allowed to. When it comes to the economy, they believe in some social services, but maybe not all of them. And we should do our best to lower taxes, things like that. Like they come in the middle, but they're well educated on the issues. And you'll see polls. And if you look it up, it'll say that the majority of Americans are moderates. I don't believe that to be true because I don't believe the majority of Americans are well educated on the issues. Period. You can be well educated on the issues and come to a middle stance. You can be well educated on the issues and come to a far left stance. It just means that your part of your brain that processes logic probably isn't there. However, when we talk about the idea of being a moderate, I don't believe you're necessarily well educated on the issues. I don't believe that many people, they say that the majority of Americans are somewhere in the middle, that they're moderates. I don't think that's true. I think the majority of Americans, and here's why I think this is because if you look at election years, and if you look at presidential election years, we still only get like 60% of the population to vote. That means 40% of the population isn't voting. And I can tell you, it's not because they're just mad about both of the candidates. A lot of them forget to or apathetic to the system. So what ends up happening is we have all these people that are labeled as moderates, but they're not. They're apathetic or they're uneducated on the issues. And then they end up being the ones that do these polls. And so that's why I take them with a grain of salt. But this one is very interesting because it's much outside of the margins of errors. We've noticed polling being relatively correct, especially as it comes to the Republican presidential primary. And we noticed that no one is taking Joe Biden seriously at all. I mean, why should we? And it's a sad state of the nation when our president is being made fun of on the world stage as much as they are. And not even just at the world stage, but even those that are technically supposed to be serving the president. You look at the Border Patrol Union, which of course our border is in shambles. It is the biggest crisis and likely immigration will be the top issue for 2024 coming to the ballot box. We'll see. But I believe it to be. And you look at the Border Patrol Union, the National Border Patrol Union, who makes fun of Biden on their Twitter, which he deserves it. But that lack of respect has been clearly earned. So take a look at this on the Twitter of the Border Patrol that we're seeing. The Border Patrol Union, NBPC, which is the official union of the United States Border Patrol, funded and administered by Border Patrol agents. And so if we look at this, board Air Force One, take a nap. Wake up in place called Brownsville. Read large teleprompter message. Quote, it's all Trump's fault. Board Air Force One. Ask who people in green uniforms were. Told they strap illegal aliens. Express horror. Take nap. Wake up. Call a lid. Hit the beach. Take nap. This is them absolutely roasting Biden for his behavior as president, because that's essentially what he does. And this is hitting him specifically on his most recent appearance at the border, just I believe yesterday, 2 days ago. And this is what they're making fun of him for: is he doesn't know where he is. He'll get up there and he'll say, "It's not my fault. I've only been in office for how long again? I don't know." And then he just takes naps. He goes on vacations. Actually, about 50% of, if not even more, of his presidency, Joe Biden has been on vacation. And so when even those that are technically supposed to be in some way serving you are making fun of you, you have to wonder, you have to wonder, are you going to win this next election? He seems to believe he will. I don't believe so. I still believe there's a chance that he won't be the nominee.